we're kind of here to see if I'm actually streaming, having never tried YouTube streaming before. Also annoyed by the fact that Spotify didn't queue the way that I asked it to. OBS suggests that I'm live. Again, I'm a little confused by the fact that OBS isn't live. Let's, YouTube doesn't. Oh, cool, an archive of the testing. I'm live right now. Again, I'm a little confused by the fact that OBS isn't. There's some delay there. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of fucking delay. We'll call it good. I'm just gonna mess around with stuff here. This isn't a real run. This is I'm back home for the first time in a long time, as indicated by my cam. I'm looking at the other monitor. Primarily setting stuff up, so I'm going to try YouTube rather than Twitch, because I don't really care about Twitch. I decided years ago that Google was the company that was going to get to have all my information and data and all that, so I should give them this too. Okay, I have that set up right. I should pull this up too, just to try to tank everything as much as possible and give myself second screen performance monitoring. I can throw this up here and this over here, because I don't really need to see any of that stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. This is, it's a whole new computer setup. I haven't, I just got stuff moved back to the place I live predominantly. So I haven't put it in the right place. It's still, in like not the best audio space, and a lot of things aren't the best set up. Yeah, all indications are that I'm live. That's crazy. Which just means I hit close on this and play the video game. Anyway, I'm just sort of testing stuff. I felt like doing a run because it's been fucking months. But also, I mean, it's a new computer, essentially. Newegg delivered me a package 5 hours ago or whatever. And that was out for delivery 12 hours before that, which was annoying. Yeah, so we'll see if game capture works. I messed around with the model a little bit. Obviously it doesn't do eyes and expressions the best when I'm looking at my view right. I have it set for full screen applications. There's still some like NVIDIA control panel stuff, because this is certainly in windowed, and I do not want it to be windowed. Oh my god. Yeah, terrible. Fucking terrible stream. I can't see what's on the screen right now. I want to quit the game, and I'll just use a quick INI to just make the settings right. I don't know if it's running like a 4790 with a much newer RTX GPU, because I just wanted a GPU solution for this machine that I had. Oh my god, I forgot. I don't have an INI for this one. I set up INIs for some of their stuff that I would inevitably play, because they were more interesting benchmarks than Borderlands 1. Alright. This should actually work right. The annoying thing is I've got... Granted, I should probably upgrade from 260-ish, 75 hertz Asus 1920 by 1080 60-ish hertz monitors, and like stream view all that shit at a higher quality. Not really want to, because I use these for work predominantly. Applications that I've done around 10. So we'll just do one of those real quick, and I guess change the title to suggest I've done a run 10. I might be missing footage. It's probably somewhere on one of these fucking machines. Oh, I should be able to change this through OBS. Yeah? OBS popped up something where it was like change your stream title and shit. Is there a way to live change it? Probably through YouTube Studio? I don't know. Yeah, let me click on my active live stream. Okay, into YouTube Studio. Let's change. Thank you for loading so slowly. I guess we're on run 11. I'll change this to run 11. I'll double check. I also have Google Fiber now, which helps. Title's still run 10. Change this to run 11. I'll double check. Well, I'm literally listening to myself, as are you probably. This is probably going to be terrible to back listen to. I'll reload it once I have the implication of me saying that I've... I also have Google Fiber now. Oh, there's me saying Google Fiber now, so I had done it. Oh god. Maybe it'll change, maybe it won't. I don't aggressively care. That's something I should read into. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. We'll just run it. It's run 11. Okay. Run 11. Character. Run 11. I haven't even been looking at levels or anything. Desktop audio is probably a little low. Mic level is probably a little high, because when I have a real like plosive word, it clips, or it reaches into that range where it's like, hey bro, you might be peaking right now. Alright, we'll start run 11. I don't know what I had been doing for my start time, but I'm going to start on first like player control.
Who's getting off the bus? You with the sniper rifle and your crazy mask.
Yeah, once I made this decision, I'm pretty sure I decided that Lilith was the move.
Are those armor pieces from the Crimson Lance you're wearing?
Yeah. This might... Oh, there's a big black fucking square. Oh. I don't know what my hotkeys are. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. I don't remember my hotkeys. What is pause? Shit, I closed it before I saw. Just the mouse sensitivity is like a little different on this computer, and it's just like a little numpad 9. I didn't even have a hotkey for it because I didn't copy over the INI for live split. I just copied over some of the settings. Why is there a big ass black box? Fucking be transparent. Do I have to window capture for it to be transparent? Fine. Okay, I'll do it the old school way. I'll figure this out another time because like I'm using virtual camera for it right now. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all that shit. Window capture. Where's window capture? There we go. That's worse. How did I set up transparency? Fuck. Oh, did the game crash too? Awesome. I think it's just gonna show this bullshit black backgrounds. Or OBS is frozen. Why is VC face frozen? I'm so puzzled. Oh, I probably have to like hit enter or some shit. Yes, I agree. I say yes to this. Fuck. This is trash. I mean, I kind of wanted to live test stuff. Okay, this one's live. I'm just gonna look at it. That's what I set up wrong. It's been a few months. There's a little thing right there, which I don't think is being captured, but there's a thing. I'll get rid of it at some point, but it will be off the screen, and I am wasting enough time. How big do I want to be? Do I want to be this big? I don't really want to be that big. I want to be that big. Yeah, fuck it. I don't know. I don't care, honestly. Just be chill. Alright, that is how you do that shit correctly. Okay,
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing.
oh my god, it's...
I'm dancing.
Oh my god, everything's fucked up about the game too. don't know why the setting, like the graphic settings change when it crashes. Because it's not, I mean, at this point I can just, like, actually do this right. Yeah, I don't know why it crashes, because truly, on this current system, there's no reason Borderlands should crash. But it is doing that. Alright, I think this is real shit. I want to be shorter. We'll see if this crashes, but I want to be shorter and smaller. I glanced over with even just like the logo and I was like, that's too much. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Things are fine on live split. Things are fine everywhere. I just have to hit the escape key a bunch of times. And then I can play the fucking game finally. Let's tab out, because we should just always tab out. Well, I don't know who I picked as a character.
I need you to stay calm and don't let on that anyone's talking to me. Start making your way.
Whatever, man.
You don't have any reason to trust.
And we're gonna decide that. Also, like, I'm running RAID 0 now. I got a, I don't know, not a laptop running at 1060. Loads should be faster. Everything should be just faster. So I'm restarting the split timings. Because I still have them on the other device, but it's not going to be comparable. So I'm just starting over.
We're here. Don't worry about saying goodbye.
Oh my god! Okay. Glad I caught that early. Did it crash? You crashed. Oh my fucking god. Why are you crashed? Don't tab out 1,000 times. That's probably the lesson I should learn. Don't tab out 1,000 times. Okay. Fucking everything's fucking in the right place. Settings. Yeah, we're going back to the correct settings. This is the run. And by this is the run, I mean this is the one that actually starts. Oh my god. Oh. The dumbest part of all this is I was working on setting up a new GPU. And it was like, I just want to use GeForce Experience for some things. Like, I'll happily tweak graphic settings, but it's a lot easier to like enable MFAA and stuff through GeForce Experience. And what's the metadata? Fuck. But the NVIDIA servers were down last night, being like Wednesday night. I know this because I tried to sign in. Are you crashing? Should I select a character?
Time to gather up your stuff. Who's getting off the bus?
I didn't select a character.
You with the sniper rifle.
Anyway, I ended up with 47 emails at like 3 p.m. Central.
And you, soldier man. Are those armor pieces from the Crimson
Because
Lantern?
the email's never
Don't
sent.
be alarmed. I need you to stay
I should
calm
start from
and don't
character
let on
select. I'm gonna
that
start from
anyone's
character
talking to
select.
you. Start making
Because
your way off the
that's
bus.
more consistent, is when I
You don't
like
have any
click
reason to trust me,
character.
but I need
I'm
you
deciding I'm
to
starting from
stay
character select.
guide me. I'm here to help
I'm
you
like
find
a couple seconds late, but that shouldn't matter because I won't be fast because I don't remember the route.
Do everything he says.
Like,
You'll know what I mean when it
unless
happens.
I suddenly have an epiphany of like, I remember what standing claptrap's all about. where to stand to immediately proc all the things, I should be fine. Anyway, yeah, I sent myself like fucking 65 Nvidia emails. Part of it's like I just got Google Fiber, and so like I just got back, new router with a new modem that isn't my modem and all that. So I'm like, I don't know what is and isn't working, and I was experiencing weird upload latency, which part of why I'm doing this testing is to test if there's crazy upload latency too, because that might be a thing. Like I was getting full second upload latency spikes that, you know, gigabit up and down, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I've wasted an entire album's worth of... Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Anyway, I was troubleshooting all this shit. And it was like, it seemed the least likely that I was an NVIDIA 2-factor for GeForce Experience was the thing that wasn't going through. That just seemed improbable, unlikely, illogical. That's what it ended up being, as I received fucking 100 emails.
This way, please.
Not 100. No reason for hyperbole. I think I ended up counting. I've been hyperbolic the whole time. I think the final number was 58. But that is. Oh my god! See, I was gonna. Ooh, that was weird mouse communication. Ooh, the mouse is unhappy up there.
Step right up. This is the new news station.
Change where I run an MX Master. Work stuff more than gaming. And I plugged the receiver in the front USB ports. That's really late. I don't know if it's a stream or some shit because I was thinking this one. Alright. Let's see if I experience the same weird mouse latency. But maybe it's a streaming stutter. Using 71% of GPU, only 22% of encode. Love that. 11. Let's take our time. Honestly, feeling kind of angsty. Let's go just full Black Lilith. Full Goth Lilith.
Excellent. Now that your DNA is registered, you have the best in horrific death and dismemberment insurance. Should an unfortunate fatal incident occur, your new you will appear at the nearest station.
Audio got
Now we can head into the peaceful town of Firestone. I'll lead the way.
Front I/O is a weird thing. Trying to use like 3.5mm jack headphones front I/O and like a mouse on front I/O. This computer's driven like across the country in the last little bit, and I was eager and didn't have I don't have a hairdryer, and didn't have canned air or anything, so I'm blowing out my computer tomorrow and reading all the connections. Right now the like RAID 0 SSDs are literally just sitting in the front drive bays without any like mounting or anything, because I don't know. For some reason, the computer that I ended up with didn't have all of the like drive sleds. It did have the power supply cables, but thankfully the 970 was running. Just had the right power supply cables, so that was fine. Now I have FPS challenge anything for Borderlands 1 because like it ran fine on the 1060 laptop, so I'm not really worried about Borderlands 1. I did a lot more testing with Borderlands 3. Borderlands 2 too, as long as I didn't have DSR, which I don't know if it normally causes... I've never successfully had DSR work that like anytime, and it's probably because I was running multi-monitor setups and DSR doesn't work right. Anytime I try to run DSR, it just breaks everything. Like, it was normally when I tried to run DSR, when I tried to do it in the past, it would like really screw up. It was on the N+1 monitors. But this time it was just black screening my primary display, where I was like trying to run a game with DSR. I don't know what that's about. It's probably better than just destroying all of the other windows, because again, usually I use my computers as work machines. This one's kind of different, being more of an adult now. I don't have the right crouch button. Speaking of being an adult, key buttons. I was messing around with crouch. What the hell is crouch ever seen? I was messing around with Portal RTX. Yeah, Portal RTX. That's what it was called earlier today. As I was just like playing around, I was not playing at the highest frame rate because Portal RTX is, for some unknown reason, very demanding. Perhaps RTX is just a very demanding thing. I don't really know where I was going with that, but it was like, this is truly next-gen hardware from anything I've ever run before. Source jumping, that's why I control crouch. Grew up playing a lot of Source games, and so source jumping is just innate. And it feels really weird to me to do everything other than like classic control-based source jumping, and crouch being a part of that. But maybe it was a function of like the frame rate or the newness of Portal RTX or what, but I feel like Shell jumped very high in Portal RTX. But my machine, my everything is not really up to the task of next-gen RTX, and it was like, I just want to run this on full beauty because I've never properly seen RTX on, so I didn't want to see RTX really on. I don't care about gameplay. I've played Portal before, I'm not looking to have an intuitive, great Portal experience. I'm looking to have a beautiful time playing Portal. Yeah, 813. I'm way over time with standing cloud drop, so I'm not worried about splits.
Now that you've selected a mission, you will notice that a new icon has appeared on your heads-up display. That's a waypoint. The waypoint will tell you where you need to go, depending on what mission is currently active in your mission
I'm gonna
log.
turn this light off and just see if VC Face is still like cool with it. Got a ring light shining, or had a ring light shining in my face. Let's see. It's hard to tell. I suppose real monitoring would be. Just brush my glasses up. The funny thing is, I'm gonna end up doing contacts for doing this and still having a VTuber with glasses because maybe it's just the glasses I have.
Now that we're done with all that, please follow me and I'll open the gate for you.
Reading about it a little bit. VTubing software doesn't handle glasses very well, which makes sense because it's like right around my eyebrows. Yeah, as my face kind of freaks out. Right around my eyebrows, I've got these big. That's standing claptrap. Oh, I don't think that is standing claptrap. Actually, I think standing claptrap is standing claptrap there. That's fine. I seriously have like a 7-minute split for this, so I will just let it ride. I don't care. But yeah, glasses. Reflectivity and just the fact of frames and all that shit. It doesn't do the best for face reading software, especially kind of lightweight, also free, because I am using DC Face. I messed around a little bit with some of the other ones that were 2D.
That little wing on his skirt. He is isn't going
but
to last very long without attention.
I don't know. I like
Why don't you
the
look around for
3D
something to fix them
component.
up?
Am I leaking?
They read your
It seems
face
to
a
be
little bit
okay.
better. It seemed like I
Now
used
is the time to get moving and play your part in the journey to come.
I had just been called like YouTuber Studio or something. I don't remember what it was called. Something that was on Steam. Oh, I was supposed to shoot these guys. I'm out of practice, dude. I just didn't like it as much. I like the 3D vibe. Right now I just have like I mean, it's pretty good. I think it's 1060 webcam, some Logitech thing. As I work on this more, I've got a Nikon DSLR that I think I can run to like do this right.
Just tell me.
And maybe that's an excuse to invest in like an A7S,
I think we're done.
whatever generation they're on, or whatever the mirrorless pseudo vlogger Sony camera is right now. Because at least last time I was really paying attention to cameras, the A7SN was really the way to go for a lot of camera things. And I mean, it's a good camera, but it's good and old. I've been in an artistic space for years. Oh, some bullshit spam bot. That's cool. Well, I have a chatter and a viewer or something. I don't want to tab out to deal with it.
Is there something you need? I keep the medical equipment working, more or less.
What? Oh, I was supposed to
I
buy
might not
How to
have
practice,
a
dude.
med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy I'm
What
here.
the fuck is this? I think I was selling these because I didn't like the videos again. And I still don't. I don't remember shields. Let's just do this.
Thanks for you can call me young.
All we learn is another day.
People don't
Truly,
yet trust you.
this is
If
a
you're
tech
going to
demo
ever
stream.
find the vault, you'll need the aid of the
Not
people.
trying to maximize
Helping
efficiency.
Doctor said
I'm
with
not
his
trying to
9 toes
go
problem
to
is a
the
good
end.
move.
I'd be kind of pissed off if I went to the end because the audio solution, or we'll call it echo mitigation solution I have going forward is gonna be nice. That like my apartment's got a loft, and right now I just sort of have all my shit thrown in a corner because it's the simplest, most natural place to put your computer setup is just call it good. Put a whiteboard over there. I think I want to. Oh, I don't have any guns and I have no bullets. Oh shoot! Really not paying attention. I don't have an action skill and I don't have a shield. This is cool. Can I just? I guess I can't. Didn't know that. Anyway, it's super lazy with the current setup. It's not sound optimal. It worked fine for work. I actually kind of got myself a cubicle. I bought a whiteboard, which I used a bunch and just sort of optimal out. And the cardboard that I used to just wrote all over it. Did a bunch of logic mapping on it. 69mega.com, that's funny. I sort of built myself a cubicle, but I think I'm gonna set my computer over the balcony, like the loft area, and I think the only concern would be that I really like screw up or get pissed off and tip a monitor over a 10-foot drop or something. But that seems unlikely, and I don't know, just sort of into openness instead of into a corner. Seems like it should do a lot of good for sound deadening. I'll play with it and one of the things I'm probably going to step up is a mic too. That there aren't. I understand that there's a lot more to content creation than gear, but like as somebody who's done a lot of gear work and is sort of.
Might not have a med school degree, but when you get shot, you'll be happy.
I just care about things being taken seriously and in quality, and like I'm using a blue snowball that I got like my first year of high school. I think right when snowballs came out, because I did video production stuff, especially at the start of high school, is that I helped out with some of the video production stuff the school did, and it was like we could just have mics that aren't terrible. I was in middle school, and who else was ever going to use it? I was legitimately in that class, the leadership class. It's like a common thing to have a leadership class at a school, but I was in a leadership class all 4 years, and nobody else ever used it. It sat in the leadership room and started collecting dust by senior year when I was student council rather than video production. There were other video production people who came in. It was kind of a entry-level position for people who were more logistics oriented. And
You? One more step and it'll be your
I did this
last.
fundraiser for a
You
local
should
children's
see the look
hospital.
on your face.
I truly accidentally took it home one day.
Hey,
That
why don't you come over here and chat a while? Always nice
there's
to
no
know
reason
have
to,
company
and there's
out
no
here.
reason not to tell the whole story, which is
Don't let those sons of bitches gags get
a whole bunch of the people who were running for student council were also involved in Model United Nations. And Model United Nations is scheduled, a year in advance. It's a whole statewide conference thing. It's a big deal. And a lot of the smart people were in Model United Nations. I suppose, generally speaking, at my high school, and again, maybe many high schools, that it was more the popular people than the, like, into discussing geopolitics as a 17-year-old kids who were into student council. But at least for my year, a lot of the people who are doing student council and leadership and running for, like, student body president and stuff were going to Model United Nations because they were involved in that. And so I recorded, because we couldn't move the elections because the middle schoolers came to the high school and voted in the elections because they were going to be under the student body president. It was kind of a cool thing. It was kind of a cool introduction that I remember. Historically speaking, it was like you came to the high school for one random day and the soon-to-be seniors told you about their plans for the future, and it was kind of a 4 more years kind of thing. It was kind of neat. But for some reason, even though a third of the people who were running for the overall student body election
Smells like
were going to be at Model United Nations, again, this was way in advance, and like we were part of MUN at the start of the school year, and like the people who were in MUN and doing Stuco were like multi-year MUN participants too. It's like it wasn't they decided to join up halfway through the year or anything weird. And I don't know, just things were scheduled simultaneously, and so we recorded a bunch of videos, and I think I did AV for almost all of them. Why is this level 19? How the fuck are you level 19? I didn't do AV for all of them because one of the guys who was running for president, who was one of my best friends, and actually caught it over the winter time. He did his own. I don't think I helped with his because he was better at that stuff than me. He was a video guy and knew audio stuff and was like a solid editor and all that. I definitely. Any of the projects we worked on together. That was a weird lag lags break. In hindsight, probably could have served more of a director of photography role kind of thing. Of knowing spaces, shots, angles, lights. And he knew how to entertain people and made fantastically compelling videos. So yeah, he shot his own. But yeah, we shot a handful. My girlfriend at the time. I shot a video for her. It was a weird video. Because she was really unposed too for a position that like was new or no one cared about. It was like, man, I want to say diversity share. I don't believe that to be true, but I want to say diversity share. Or some media position or something. We invented a lot of positions. Like we were, the story I always told about my high school and pre-collegiate experience was that during the recession of 08, we bought iPads because we were the richest town in the state and one of the richer states in the country. Not California. Also the whitest. Yeah, we had novel positions that were like burgeoning on new media because we had video components at all of our assemblies. And we had a decently managed social media presence. We did a good job of that shit. Hope it doesn't crash. Different computer. I crashed here like what? Oh. Oh! Oh my god, we hiccup out of there. Level 10? I forgot how weird the levels were. I'm level 5, and I'm not buying a level 10 shield. I'd like to have a level 10 shield. I'm not buying a level 10 shield. Anyway. I took this mic home. That's the moral of the story, is that I recorded a student council video and I took the mic home because I did some VO as part of it, or maybe I took some B-roll and maybe she did some VO. I'm an absolute data hoarder, as evidenced by the computer I just recovered and all of the crazy data management I had to do to transport terabytes of spinning rust across the country. I probably have that video. If anyone ever comes back to this, no joke, I'm gonna throw this out there. In case I'm ever famous, I won't delete this. But in case I'm ever famous and everyone like wants to see that video, or just have me try to dig it up, or tell the story in more detail, or show the picture of the person who is famous, email me at oh my god, I like kind of realized they were psychos, but not really. I have a Gwen's hat over here, right? Ladyfinger, not Gwen's hat. How's the progress? I'm mentally double checking that the email that I'm about to say isn't associated with anything that I will ever use that's of consequence in any way. And I think it's.
You are about to face your first real challenge.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
I hope you've toughened up enough.
Just come back to me and just say that I should tell that story. If anyone ever gives a shit, which again, no one will. I have throwaway emails. Plenty of throwaway emails. It was funny. I got a terabyte of Google Drive space with some Google Fiber, and it's amazing how much that would have solved some of the data management stuff that I was doing. I'm assuming on YouTube right now, but I have a lot of Google Drive space across multiple accounts. One of which is a university account that I clandestinely still held on to, which has pseudo another Google Drive space, but some of my data problems would have been mitigated if I'd signed up for Google Fiber before I left. Which I didn't, because it was like, I don't know, drive across the country. I don't know how to get there. Alright, don't die to Nine Toes.
You woke the wrong dog. Ah, yeah!
I love that my bitrate is like 1800, and that's what I capped it at. I feel like I capped it at 16, but like still, what a bitrate. Versus Spectrum, it was like, you can have 5 up. Some people think upload speeds are good. Granted, not most.
Keep getting better.
But some do. And I appreciate those people. Logically, creatives are pirates. They're over-legit. Because, man, purple guns dropping, you know? This is a decent run. I got past Nine Toes. I'm not really paying attention, and I made it through Nine Toes pretty easily. CPU's cranking. Yeah, a little spiky. I don't know if it's specifically CPU, but I'm definitely suspicious that it's CPU. I'll take a shotgun. Yeah. Because it's definitely not GPU. I think it's CPU, and I could probably adjust some curves and some utilization on CPU. Or maybe I just have it buy a new CPU motherboard RAM combo. Because that's it's like a different lag. You can perceive GPU lag, because like GPU lag is, it's either sluggish or it's choppy, whereas this is like herky jerky almost. It's like, it's trying to keep up. Temp seem fine. I could probably crank fans too. A better situation. You can probably crank fans. That would probably help too. If the readout that I think I'm seeing, I don't know what I was supposed to buy. Probably shield capacity. I don't know. GPUs are like 70% utilization, but encode and 3D aren't like burgeoning on 100. Borderlands GOTY shouldn't be pushing the GPU in any way. You know, like 1080p Ultra asking for like 60 FPS. Though I'm asking for unlimited FPS. There's probably a good argument for enabling
Who I am is not important. The first thing you must know, the vault is real.
I should look into that.
People will mislead you. They will try to use you,
Take a
not
note
be
on my
swayed
phone for
in your
some
purpose. The vault is here, and we will find it. This world is full
Yeah,
of danger.
I'll look into the async.
Steel yourself.
Because maybe that's part of it. It's like a it was a weird lag. Again, it wasn't. It was not a video problem or a GPU problem lag feeling. So I'm guessing it was CPU. It could be something in like disk controllers or something, because I'm asking a lot from, no, my disks don't care. It's probably CPU, that was probably CPU, which again, I can pick up CPU speeds a little bit, and I can pick up CPU cooling. I can also just build fucking the best out of it, which I'm going to do tomorrow. I was going to move everything upstairs and not move it upstairs to drag it back downstairs to blow dust out, or like blow the dust out inside my place upstairs. So I just figured, screw it, I'll play with things. I learned some stuff. I tweaked some settings. I got VC face red again. You know, it was worth it. There was a green gun. Yeah, there's a little lag there. No spikes. Yeah, no spikes across anything on Task Manager. I should probably have specific memory tracking up because I was having some weird issues with system memory, like just regular RAM. That it was behaving kind of weird. There's kind of a CPU spike in that window. I have GPU. I definitely have GPU monitoring up, not CPU, because I wanted to see video encode stuff. Because, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to stream to look at stream video encode. After I turn this in, I'm going a half hour into the run, but an hour in the making of doing this. Another little hitch.
You're not a skag,
Before I can look at a little hitch. I don't know what that's about. I'll be right back. The face leave grumpy. I was walking back into the room and it was like, that's a pissed off face that my dude's got. The other upside to moving this shit upstairs is it won't be like my bed, because I'm moving my bed into this room. My bed will be right next to the bathroom. Like, I've hated that about living here, is that my bed's upstairs and I have to walk downstairs to like brush my teeth and go to the bathroom. And if I'm in a work meeting or streaming or anything, it's like the bathroom won't be right there. There's another hitch. There's a little GPU spike, a little CPU spike, a little there's a little spike there. It's supposed to be a 3D rendering spike. It's I honestly I think one of the biggest issues here is texture streaming. That I think when textures stream in, because I'm like DDR3 to GDDR6, it's like it just twitches a little bit like that. Like I do a quick turn, it's like I gotta load a bunch of textures out of like system memory, and there's probably tweaks to convince it. It's like you have a lot of GPU, like you got 12 gigs of VRAM, brother.
Well, I'll be damned.
Load that shit up.
I keep them ready to celebrate
Because
sometime.
I can't convince. I figured it out with Borderlands 3, and it was, oh, that's stunning like crazy. Why?
Always be on the lookout for new and different grenade mods to supercharge your arsenal.
What the heck? That just hurts like crazy. Again, I can only assume. Because I'm using some shared GPU memory, so I'm like loading stuff off of RAM. Super interesting, me staring at Task Manager on my second screen. Yeah, I just need to disable texture streaming. I'll see if I can disable texture streaming for this. I don't know if it's a thing in whatever engine BL1 is, but it like completely eliminated that issue in BL3. That I did a lot of my testing in BL3 because most graphically demanding game, most modern. Also kind of wanted to just like look at it. Yeah, that's
catch a ride near Firestone is more busted than my mama's girl parts. Real appreciate you taking a poke at that. The sister's not my mom. Damn scared kid, know what I'm saying?
it's a thing to troubleshoot. Like, and I'll look into texture streaming because it's like when a thing happens, which is kind of asking for CPU, but I'm not seeing any CPU spikes.
Hey, newcomer. I've been looking for you. Thanks.
There's a very real possibility too that I'm asking my CPU, like my SSDs are CPU bottlenecked. I've never really messed around with like RAID, and it was just fun doing hardware RAID. So I messed around with that for a while because I just had a raw machine to play with. Because like any data drives, I just unplugged and could screw up everything else. My CPU can't catch up to the drives, and so it might be something there too. But like maybe I should just
Get your mans here.
Yeah, it's a big herc there. Don't know why. There's a 3D rendering spike, but that's insane. That little 3D rendering spike on Borderlands game games, that shouldn't be an issue. Which makes me think it's texture streaming, because it's like associated with the quest and all that. I don't know, I'll like wait a second for the next quest thing. All temps appear fine too. Maybe look at the CPU's honestly, RAM's like kind of choked in there, which is something to look into. I'm getting tired. I'm not trying to die, but sheesh. I don't have any work to do tomorrow except for like moving stuff around my place. Part of me wants to like, it's so hard to find like a couple of Ethernet clips. I'm looking at Amazon. I don't usually buy stuff on Amazon, but I've heard from people that it's like, oh, I want a couple of Ethernet run clips. Okay, you can buy 200 on Amazon for like $10. I will never use 200 Ethernet run clips, but I could use like 12. And also, more than one, more than 4, you know? You're lagging, and there's nothing on the monitoring that indicates why the hell you're doing that. Nothing. Not according to a hard drive. I think it's texture streaming, man.
Let's see what we've got.
I'll die because I don't want to deal with this. Usually go down here. I don't quite know why. What do you do? Oh, I'm doing much better. Oh, you're a higher level. I'm gonna take some dudes seriously. probably a great argument too for not having two versions of my screen. One, the rendered version being displayed. Does it really matter? There's another question as to whether or not it's a frame rate compatibility thing. That this is a weird refreshing monitor. Again, it's like it's not really rendering stutter or anything normal. So it's probably either texture streaming or something with the monitor. I wonder if the monitor doesn't want to run it. I wonder if I have a really old, crappy HDMI cable. Because I have some Amazon Basics cable. Because I think the monitor I'm playing on is... Yes, I'm sure it's running an HDMI, and I'm sure it's an Amazon Basics cable, and it might be like 7 years old. And might not be able to handle what I'm asking it to do, which I feel like would be a consistent issue. I don't know. The weird thing about streaming is I can't actively troubleshoot. Like I would quit if I wasn't live and actively troubleshoot for hours. I'd be thrilled to troubleshoot. I love troubleshooting, especially tech problems. It's like there's usually a solution or an answer. I love that. Break your body starter. Supposed to have a number. What's my hotkey for that? This I will pause for. I should. What's my hotkey for pause, actually? Dude. 9. Pause. I'm in the hotkey menu. Now it pauses because I'm not in the menu. What's the increment for the counter? Oh, it's just the plus key. Okay. I didn't think it was complicated. Crazy lag spike. With big 3D, like a big ask on 3D rendering and no budge anywhere else. The GPU should be able to handle this fucking game. Why? There's like no... It's like a... There's just a spike in 3D rendering demand. Why can't you handle this, dude? Because it's certainly not a spike up to like 100 where it might actually have problems. But there are little spikes. Like that little herc was correlated with a spike. That herc correlated with a spike in GPU 3D rendering performance. Why? Spike? Spike. What is that about? Again, it's gotta be a texture streaming thing. I don't want to look into it too hard. But I'm gonna make a note to look into that. Okay. Cursory Google search says there are some pop-in issues, which implies that there is some kind of a texture streaming thing. Because again, that was a GPU spike, which doesn't make sense. Like, turning a little bit. Granted, it is asking it to render a bunch of new stuff to like turn like that, but you know, messing around in modern games. Requests. Messing around in modern games, it's like, it's not an issue. I can all I want. Or I can whip turn all I want. But I can't in this game, which feels like a texture streaming thing, where it's like it's pulling out of really slow CPU bogged down RAM. CPU's doing a bunch of stuff. Granted, run an NVENC for encoding, which it's handling like a champ, which I love. That's one of the biggest reasons I really wanted to do a GPU upgrade. It's just for like dedicated NVENC, which is super worth. Like, I'm crushing 1500 bits. Or 1500 megabits a second. At least according to OBS status monitor. I'll review the actual footage to see. This also says I'm not passively recording, which is interesting. I noticed that a while ago. I didn't do anything about it because I was kind of under the impression you could do simultaneous recording and streaming, and like I should have the oomph to do it, and that if it is recording, I'm recording to a spinning drive. Actually, that might have been too. I think OBS is running on a different drive. I have too many drives. That's part of the issue. OBS is running on a different drive than gameplay is happening on. And OBS is happening on a single SSD versus a RAID 0 2 SSD setup. So like that's a thing to troubleshoot. I should pay attention. This is a place you can die. I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at my phone telling me I have an email and deciding I do not have to deal with an email. That's not really treating me skag. I haven't been ADSing at all. Oh, I don't want to slow fight like Benny and Russell. Where the hell the Skag's names are. I don't want to slow fight those guys. Maybe I could die of bonehead. I didn't expect it to make this long. I've been going for a couple hours. And that flick turn was totally fine. Which implies far object LOD issues. Which, whether or not it's a texture streaming thing, which is what Borderlands 2 calls it, which is what I did a lot of messing around with. Which sort of identified that I was system RAM bottlenecked, and because I have a ton of VRAM, doing a tweak, a boot instruction tweak. Steam handled it. At least the Reddit post that I found that explained it. I didn't do an inline tweak. It was like a boot options through Steam thing that I added that just a little slower loading into a level, but just load all of the possible textures into RAM,
Great. Out
which,
of ammo.
if I have enough VRAM to load all the textures for a Borderlands 3 map, I definitely have enough VRAM to load all the textures for this. Is probably the solution, because it's just like, if I'm waiting for
More loot.
super slow DDR3 to like pop in assets, it's just not gonna work. I bet that's what it is, because I turned over here. Yeah, over here where it's like I don't have a map to render over there, it's fine. A light GPU spike where it's like, hey man, you just asked me to draw a bunch of new stuff very quickly, which is fair and reasonable, but if it's asking you to draw and load a bunch of stuff, my first troubleshoot attempt would be, oh, I'm so loud and kill that guy while his spit is out. The plus button. Anyway, I'll see if I can change textures. Because I'm using like... Oh, I guess it shows. I'm using 2.4 gigabytes of VRAM. And if there's anything at all that could be loaded into VRAM that's pulling off of system memory, it's like, that's just a bad move, dude. That's a silly thing to do. Why are you doing that? I'm always reminded, when I mess around with stuff like this, where it's like, oh, let me Frankenstein some computer components together and troubleshoot for the better part of a couple of days, why people just are console gamers. It's like, if you aren't interested in this and you're not, like, I always end up reading white papers. When I work on stuff like this, I'm just interested in how things work and interplay. And it's like, I want to really dig deep into understanding how all of the components work and what is this. One of the things that I wasn't familiar with, because I've been sort of out of the custom PC play around space with for a couple of years, so I just haven't had the space to do it. Not to mention the need desire. And resources are I say they still feel extremely guilty because I'm not fully overpowered or fully. I'll call it renewable. Ethical, green, I don't know if hydroelectric fully counts as green. Not that I was getting stuff from dams that didn't have fish ladders, but there's still some ethical confounds there. But we're better than fucking burning coal. Driving through the American Southwest and seeing fields and fields of nodding donkeys. Ooh, VC face is lagging. Everything's lagging. Encoder isn't, but 3D rendering is. Why are you struggling so much? Oh yeah, I saw that pop in. You're chugging, brother. Why are you chugging so hard? But now you're not, because things have loaded in. Oh my god, that's gotta be what it is, dude. Yeah, turn a corner, load a bunch of new assets. That's wild to think that, like, I was a decent number of GPU generations, but like, I'm DDR generations behind. I should be good these That's gotta be what it is, dude. I'll have to mess around with it while not streaming too and see if it has.
Hey, newcomer. I've been looking for you.
I'm gonna use TK's wave. I'll close the middle all the time.
Alright, see you soon.
Do I have any other quests? Is RTX on right now? What is happening? It's getting worse. Why? I'm so very intrigued.
There are new bounties available. Yeah, I think I lost the beat, but
I mean, that's legitimately unplayable. Running at like tens of FPS right now. GPU 3D rendering is slammed right now. Why? Why all of a sudden? Why are we pinned at 90%? What are you rendering, bro? Yeah, I'm just gonna restart the game. I should do this. Dude, come fucking on. GPU's idling at 40% right now. Whoa, that's not the menu I expected to pull up. I guess I can't ban someone from chat. From OBS, that's weird. I'm puzzled by why it got worse. That's the opposite. Because like GPU util doing all the other stuff is sitting at like 40, and I could probably not be streaming at a crazy high bit rate. see what just restarting the game did. It's like now we're fine. Which again, like makes me think it's some weird artifact of whatever guns. Not paying attention. I will take this over TK's way. Like it makes me think it's an artifact of the game. Because just reloading the game, fine. Oh, I should do this. I don't know. I'm puzzled. And maybe just something needs a restart. Maybe that's just the answer, is just restart your PC. Where's the dude? You're a bandit, but where's the dude? Are you the dude? Where's the dude? There's the dude.
You woke the wrong dog.
Yeah. He's shooting me and jiggling my aim. I forgot how hard it was to shoot him in the fucking face in this version. Oh, I don't like where I'm at. I aggressively do not like where I'm at. Bad moves. Bad news bears. Oh, fuck me. I restarted for that. That's fine. I didn't want to play for very long. I played for long enough to run into a weird issue. I think this is the key. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go to desktop. Yes. I'll switch to this. That was weird. That was a weird issue. I'll look into it. I don't want to look into it right now. I need to retune some of the expression stuff. I worked on expression stuff a little bit. And tried to like tune it to my face a little bit. But it's not perfect. It's hard to like know what an expression is, where it's like surprised. Ah. Dude. Ah. It's got weird chin lighting. See, like that's a smile, but I don't really like the like joy face. He wanted me to be angry a lot, but I was more disappointed. This is like the face I was in. I don't think I modeled shit very well, and if I don't push my glasses up, it does weird fucking shit with my eyes. Okay. That was a good test. Alright, live split up. Got some stuff to to troubleshoot with YouTube chat. I've got what the fuck was happening? Oh my god. With GPU util getting tanked. I dropped 0 frames. That answers the upload question. I dropped 0 frames uploading it. Like a crazy high bit rate. Which also means there weren't any of those latency issues I was worried about. Yeah. Do you do better if I talk into the mic? The answer is no. I want the face rig thing to be better. I don't know. I'm gonna actually like really watch back this footage because this is a lot closer to the setup I actually want to use. So I'll see how some of it looks. Anyway, I do like that the face freaks out when I yawn, which is good. I'm not grinning. Why do you think I'm grinning? Oh my god, is it freaked out? Is it totally freaked out by my mic? Oh my god. The mic freaks it out. I wasn't really watching my face. Right now I talked about it a little bit. I've got my snowball. Ended up with a mic stand? Was this a mic tripod? No, it must not have been. I think it was a photo tripod that I just like tore apart and rebuilt as a mic stand. And it doesn't work well as a mic stand. Dude, my face is neutral. Chill the fuck out. Should I have done this like way long ago? Why do you think I'm grinning? My mic has a big infrared thing on it. I don't know. Oh, that was probably terrible. Don't slave your bracelet into the fucking metal shell of your microphone. Alright, that's it. I've played around enough. More troubleshooting to do, but that was good. That was useful information. Goodbye.